Hey, Sir Adrian, be nasty here. Going to do the Italian turn in the spring of 1915 for Operation Michael. Yeah, you made a good play, solid attack into Rome. So that losing the capital means that Italy, loses all of their money, and if they don't take Rome back by the end of their turn, they will surrender, which means they'll come off the board completely. So because of that, it's going to put me in a bit of a position of having to do some kind of reckless and foolish things. So I'm going to attack northern Algeria with all of this. I'm going to send my fleet up against yours, which should be a pretty one-sided affair. And then obviously the big one will be the attack into Rome itself with, well, not this Austrian seaplane, but everything else that's here will attack into Rome. So we'll do the Rome thing last. Let's start in northern Algeria. I've got 2 artillery at 3 as first strikes. And there's 1 hit, so go, and Italy goes up 1 and France goes down 1. Then we'll do the naval combat. I've got 2 coastal subs and you've got 1, so I'll be lavender and you can be orange. So these hit on 1s or 2s, and 1 is target select. Of course, you've got 1 and I did not. Probably make the most sense for you to target my pre-dread, so I'll be dead. So I will have 2 TBDs, that's orange, and 1 cruiser, purple. So orange is at 4 or less, purple's at 6 or less. So 2 hits. I assume those would be the hits you would take. And you will have, let's go, 2 TBDs, 3 cruisers, and 2 pre-dreads. So purple at 4, orange is at 6, brown is at 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought for sure you'd kill me. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. And let's go again. Okay, so cruiser, TBD, lavender. I might have changed the colors around here, so we'll just say again. Lavender is 6 or less. Orange is 4 or less. So 1 more hit. And you've got so I did change the order around for attacker to defender, that's why it's confusing. That's your TBD at 4. Orange for you is cruisers at 6. Brown is your pre-dreads at 7. Okay, I went way out there. That's a hit too. Oh, we needed that too. Okay, to get those 2 hits. So boom, boom. So yeah, that didn't go great. I didn't think it would go great, but maybe it went a little bit worse than what I thought. Okay, I'm going to take this down to the battle board just cause. You know what? I'm just going to delete. Oh, never mind. That's. Whatever. 2 damage there. Okay, so I'm gonna take. Okay, so typically mountain infantry are at 2. Mountains put me down to a 1, and then the commander brings me back up to a 2. The elite is normally at a 3, and it is mountainous, so he'd stay at a 3, and the commander moves him up to a 4. Cavalry would typically be at a 3, mountains bring him down to 2, commander brings him back to a 3. Mountain infantry is going to be the same thing, normally at a 2, normally, or stays at a 2 because it's mountainous. Commander brings him up to a 3. He's like a -1/+1, so he stays at 1. Okay, and for you, cavalry defense at a 2. Oops, it's a trench line, so they'll be at a 6. And heavy artillery have a first strike at a 3. So we'll roll that. First strike at a 3. Misses. Okay, so for my attack, I would need to get 1, 2. I need to get 4 hits to be able to break the trench line in 1 round. So the odds of that are not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 4 hits. I think I have, what is that, 14, 20, 24, 25 pips. So mathematically, you'd expect 2 hits would be about, average. So we'd have to do quite a bit above average for this to be a good news story for me and a bad news story for Sir Adrian. So let's roll it and see. Doesn't look real good. I got 1. It's funny, it's the militia who hit with a 1. Given the situation, what the board looks like, I probably would imagine you'd lose an infantry, because you're going to have a pretty well protected trench line, but I'll let you decide. 4, 5. Okay, let's just bring that guy over here. So that the blue is your cavalry at a 2, and orange is at 6. 1, 2. Not that it matters. They're all going to die. So again, I'm going to choose or take an infantry for you. If you'd rather that be cav, then by all means you can switch that up. And I think then there's no real point in doing anything else. I'm just going to remove Italy from the board because they will surrender. I think, whoopsies. I think that's how this works, just because they're there. The Ottomans will get that. I use that though. I'm gonna go. Let's rename that. I'm pretty sure that's how this is supposed to work. That like if it was enemy occupied and then that nation surrenders, that's like the next person who marches in gets it. I think, but I don't know that for certain. I've had my capitals taken out too many times in this game to like should know better to leave yourself better protected than that. So that was a oopsies, another one here. Some poor playing on my part, some poor decision making there, and kudos to Sir Adrian for exploiting it, taking advantage of it. That was well played. Oops, another one there. Yeah, that guy will die. And one more. Oops. Okay. And I don't know what happens here. If a seaplane is enough to stake ownership on it, or if that seaplane is going to have to move, or what. But anyway, I'll leave it like that for now because I simply don't know. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, okay. And so I can delete that, and I can take Italy down to 0. I think I'll just leave them on the tech board. I think, not that I believe it'll happen anytime soon, but I think if the CP were to recapture Rome, that like they come back and play. Oopsies, got another one there. I got little territories all over the place here. I think, but again, I guess we'll cross that bridge when and if we get there. Okay. I think that is it for the Italian turn, and that's it for Italy, period. So let's go from there. Cool. Back to you, Sir Adrian, for the big quadruple header of Russia, Japan, USA, and China. Adios for now.